Barbara. I don't think I said that yesterday. It is Tuesday, November 3rd, a day that will live in infamy. The day we have been waiting for, so we don't have to have any more commercials. I hope they'll stop the commercials, even though it is highly, highly unlikely that we will know tonight who won the election. Because I think this one is gonna need all the states. And with the COVID and everything, there has been an incredible number of early votes, many of them mail-in votes, which will need to be counted. But Texas has had more early votes for this election than they had votes in total in 2016. So the early voting and the vote by mail has been really big. And because of our government system, every state has its own rules for voting because, you know, we're a federation of states, or I'm not sure if that's the technical word, but that's why our COVID response was different across states, because states are more autonomous in the United States than in a lot of other places. And one of the areas that the states are responsible for that is not a federal mandate on how to do it is voting. So there are quite a few states who have mail-in voting that have already started counting their votes and could possibly know who won their state by the end of the day. But Pennsylvania, by law, they only started counting our mail-in votes an hour and a half ago. It's 8:30. By law, they're not allowed to start counting until election day. So, and the law is that any vote received in Pennsylvania, any vote received within 3 days, if it was postmarked by today, should be counted. So I would be surprised. Well, who knows what's going on, you know, what they've done to the post office, whether or not they were able to deliver all the votes. But I'd be surprised. The word has gotten out pretty well, vote, you know, mail in early. So I would be surprised that an important percentage of our votes have not been received yet. But they stabbed 3 days. So our official count from Pennsylvania can't possibly be out until after 3 days. Not that any candidate is going to wait for that last vote to be counted before they declare themselves president. So anyway, I'm glad it's election day is here. But because election day is here, I am up early. It is, like I said, 8:30. I got up at 8 o'clock today, so I could have my talk with you and get it up before I go and sit with Vicky and Garland while Aura goes and votes. She wanted to vote in person this year. Garland did not vote in person. He voted by mail. I mailed those ballots, his ballot when I mailed Dennis's and mine. But Aura wanted to go in person. So she will be going today and asked if someone would come and stay with Vicky so she wouldn't be by herself with Garland, and so I'm going. So I am up early because it's election day. And if I can stand it, I might be up late, see what happens, because, you know, something shenanigans is going to happen. Anyway, good morning. I'm having my coffee. I'm wearing earrings that I made. I have several pairs of earrings very similar because I made a lot of these beads. But they go with my sweater. I'm wearing my arcade sweater by Isabell Kraemer, and I'm wearing my Twinsie shawl around my neck like a cowl. The Twinsie shawl is by Andrea. Oh, Andrea, I'm so sorry. I've forgotten your last name. She is the cat lady, C-A-T-T, and she has a podcast, and it will come to me. Maybe not till after I'm done talking, but it'll come to me. So I didn't actually do any crafting yesterday. I felt a little bit like a busy day, so, which is why I got my vlog up so late. Well, I got up late, so I started really late, and then while it was, you know, very close to finishing rendering, then Dennis was at a good time to go for the dog walk. So I went for the dog walk, and so, anyway, I almost forgot to upload the video to YouTube. I'm like, oh my God, my vlog. Right before I was getting ready to go to my physical therapy, and I went to the store on the way home from there, and then we had dinner over at Orrin Garland's, and anyway, and I had a heating pad on my crook, and I just vegged in front of the television. So I started to tell you yesterday, and Daddy had two reasons for calling me, and I had two reasons for telling you. I talked to my dad. The first one was that they're in lockdown, which I told you yesterday. But the second one was, he said, do you have Netflix? I said, yeah. He said, oh, we just watched one short series we really liked called Queen's Gambit. So I binge watched Queen's Gambit yesterday and the day before. So I recommend it. It's about a young girl, an orphan, who becomes a chess prodigy, and set in the 60s. And I enjoyed it a lot. You know, she has troubles, but, you know, when it was finished, I felt like they sort of took Bobby Fischer's chess career and put it around this completely different story. But, you know, we like those kind of things. Young girls out there, whatever. I recommend it. I enjoyed it. It was a great binge watch. And I realized when I was driving to my physical therapy that I hadn't really thought about my knee since the last time I was at physical therapy. I mean, I'm all lately, the last 4 months or however long it's been since I started whining about my knee. I'm always aware of it when I go up and down the steps. I mean, I'm always sort of paying half attention or whatever. You know, I don't run up the steps. Well, I mean, let's be fair. I haven't run up the steps in years and years. But I'm aware of my knee when I go up and down the steps, just in my mind, not that I can feel it. But that's the only time I've had any consideration for my knee particularly, other than not running up and down the steps and not mowing the lawn and, you know, like not vacuuming. I wonder if I could vacuum. Anyway, I just didn't pay attention to it, and I told you that, and I said it crossed my mind. Maybe I don't need physical therapy anymore. And she said, well, you're doing really well, and, you know, maybe this is your last week. I mean, today could be your last day, or this could be your last week. And so we decided that Thursday's my last day of physical therapy. I decided it's a little abrupt to just walk in and say, I think I'm done. And she felt more comfortable saying maybe Thursday you're done. And also she has to get organized, you know, because she's going to print out exercises for me and stuff. I said, well, you know, I haven't been really doing my exercises that you gave me. She said, yeah, but you've been coming here. Maybe you'll do exercises if you're not coming here. We'll see. I don't know. But anyway, that's the big news. I'm graduating out of physical therapy. If only she'd take care of my crook. My cook actually feels much better. Much better. So, I had heat on it all night last night. Maybe tonight I'll get Dennis to give me a massage. I didn't do that yet. Of course, he's not going to want to be in here with the television on. He's going to be like, come in my office. He's going to be playing his game with headphones on. He's not going to want to hear. I don't blame him. So, we have a nice day. It's bright and sunny. There are clouds. It's not cloudless. But it looks like it's going to be a nice day, which is nice. I don't know. I have no idea how it is going to be at the polls, or I was, you know, she doesn't know. I said, you need to bring your walker. She says, oh yeah, you're right. I do. Thank you. Because she doesn't know how long she's going to have to stand. The lines were so long in 2016 when my parents went to vote that my mother fainted. So I said, you need your walker. She said, you're right. I do. If I have to wait any length of time, I'll need my walker. I said, yeah, and if you have your walker, they may put you in the front of the line. It's a twofer. So, who knows how long it'll take to vote. A lot of people voted early. A lot of people. Well, Pennsylvania does not have in-person early voting. They only have by mail. Some states have in-person early voting. They've had voting places open, polling places where you can go actually vote in a voting booth for quite some time. Pennsylvania doesn't do that. We don't have early in-person voting. We only have voting by mail. I think the voting by mail because of COVID is going to change everything. Because we have a huge percentage of people who do not vote. Over 40% of the people who are eligible to vote in the United States do not vote. And I suspect that once voting by mail becomes a thing, that some percentage of those people will vote. I think there's got to be some percentage of those people who don't vote because it's too inconvenient. A lot of areas don't have enough polling places, and so the lines are long and it takes really long to vote. And if you have kids or if you work, it's, you know, today's not a holiday in this country. People have to go to work just like normal. They go to the poll before work or after work or at lunch and things like that. And if you don't know how long it's going to take, you know, you can stop by before work, but if it's a long line, you can't stay. You'll miss work. People can't miss work. People don't have, you know, childcare. And in the, you know, well, and with COVID, that adds this whole new layer. So anyway, she's taking her walker, and I'm going to go over there. I have to leave in about an hour. Because she, you know, she wasn't sure how long it would take and didn't want to leave Vicky in charge of everything by herself. Garland is staying in bed all the time now, which is hard to change the bed and, you know, do the things. So having two people helps a lot. So I'm going to go over there and be a help for a while. And I think I'm taking Vicky out to lunch on Thursday, assuming it's warm enough on Thursday. I think it's supposed to start getting warmer. I don't know how warm it's supposed to be today, but it should be back up to the 60s by Thursday. And if it's a nice day, we'll call around and find somebody who has outdoor seating still, maybe some little heaters or something. And try to go out to lunch. Get her out of the house, because today is 2 weeks she's been there, and she's tired and stressed, as you can imagine. So give her a little bit of a break. Kim will be over, and so Kim will stay with her mom and her dad, and I will take Vicky out and about and just give her a break. Maybe, I don't think she drinks coffee. I was going to say, maybe I'll bring her home to a cappuccino and some dog cuddles. But I might do that anyway, and she might just skip the cappuccino part. So that's it for me. I am off to hang out with my sister-in-law. Garland's been sleeping late lately, so he may not even wake up while I'm there. He was cute. When I was leaving yesterday, I said, I'm going home, Garland, but I'll be back tomorrow. He said, you better be. He likes me. So anyway, so I will say goodbye. I am taking my knitting with me, my boxy. So I definitely get a little bit of crafting done today. If only that. And I don't actually have any other plans for the rest of the day. I think I've been going somewhere every day. That's not typical. Although, I guess I didn't go anywhere Sunday, so just feels like every day. It's not really. Anyway, I don't know what else I'm going to do this afternoon. I don't know what Dennis has on his agenda. He rarely needs help, though. He's got a lot of stuff he wants to do with his wines. And so I will say goodbye. I will edit you and get you up. Oh, thank you so much for the comments on my yarn. I did like my yarn a lot. I really did. It's just not speckled. So, oh, maybe I'll try to stop over at the dollar store. Stop at the dollar store on my way home. So I have the equipment I need to implement my idea for actual speckled yarn. We'll see. All right. Take good care of yourselves. And I hope we all survive today. Stay safe and stay safe.